2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And a look at LaMarcus Aldridge in this one. Known for his offense, but he's made some strides on defense in the past year.
Yeah, he always had that great length and that turnaround jump shot. Oh, that is it. That turnaround jump shot is probably a throwback, Ernie. Because how many guys right now, Shaq, actually play with their back to the basket?
Not a lot. And, you know, his teammates love his defensive impact. He's a 20-10 guy every night, which is rare to find in the post these days. But you're right, that turnaround, all you hear is yak 'em.
Yak 'em. You know what yak 'em is? The sound of the net, Ernest. The sound of the net.
I know. I thought you were going to give me something that I didn't know. Okay. I mean, you've been doing that forever, this yak 'em.
No, he was going to go on kapow sometimes,
But
too.
I heard a new sound.
Splack 'em.
No, I heard a new sound.
What?
When Steph Curry shoots.
What's it go?
Splacka-ka-ta-yow.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Splacka-ta-ta-yow.
You know why that is?
Why?
Because he makes it look
Staffordless.
We'll see you later.
Live from Memphis, Tennessee, at the home of the Grizzlies, we're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Back in Memphis, the Grizzlies tip off the beginning of a homestand. They put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Well, it's always nice to come home. You're comfortable, you're excited, and certainly you have the fans there looking for you to bring your best basketball and get a win. And oftentimes, your fans can energize you when you're in your home building.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Pau Gasol is one of the real humanitarians in the NBA. An ambassador for UNICEF, he concerns himself with a lot more than just basketball. Jerry West said of Gasol, you can feel the warmth, the goodness in him. A real gentleman. If you're around him, you can't help but like him. Kevin?
A gentle giant, David, for sure. Thanks. In this game, pitting 2 conference rivals against one another. A little extra riding on this one. We'll see it, too.
Yeah, you'll see, because the game will get a little chippy, a little physical, and both of these teams understand they both can't get to the conference finals.
Oh, talking out there, too, huh?
Yeah,
were you a talker?
Big talker.
Were you?
Yes, I loved it.
Plus, you're in broadcasting. I see the connection. I finally have figured it out. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. The defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. Now here's Parsons. Tipped away. Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Leonard with the bucket.
Nice make for him as they get the scoring started.
How you love to get the first one under your belt and out of the way.
Prez kicks to right. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Inside is where Wright feels at home. Love his length and soft touch.
Parker with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver.
He did a great job distributing the ball to his guys, too. He got everyone involved.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Prez passes to Young. Dishes to Prez. And Young kicks to Prez. From past the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
It's crucial that Prez makes these outside jumpers. It really opens up everything else for his teammates.
Parker outside. Kicks it to Aldridge. Back to Parker. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Hard to get that one off. with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
But what he does is uses his body extremely well to shield off the defenders from the basketball.
Here's Randolph, following the score by Tony Parker. Here's Prez. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Parker. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And one thing Kobe Bryant said during his farewell tour last season, he felt that Pau Gasol was underappreciated by fans. And look at all that Gasol has accomplished, the multiple All-Star appearances and the things he's done as a winner on the floor with the Lakers and 2 championships. Kobe, Steve might be right.
He's totally right. Reason why Pau Gasol has been consistent. No drop-off for him later in his career, and he's an all-star again. That's what I love about Pau Gasol. Wherever he goes, he's been able to do it at a high level.
Here's Prez. The quick look, no good that time. Prez has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Parker dishes to Green. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a chance to compare steals versus fouls over the last 5 games and the season as a whole for Conley.
And what that trend over the last 5 games tells me is that he's gotten a little bit out of control at the defensive end. You like to see guys going for steals and trying to make an impact with their D, but when it leads to the foul numbers blowing up, that impact becomes a negative.
Now here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Randolph using that big body well. He makes shooters uncomfortable.
And the dunk by Wright.
I love the dunking skills of Brandon Wright. He really skies up quickly. Anytime a pass is lobbed in his direction.
Parker passes to Green. Parker outside. Here's Aldridge. Got a piece of it. 3 on 3. Pass to Prez. And Young kicks to Randolph. Prez dishes to Parsons. Memphis moving that ball around. In transition, here come the Spurs. Parker's running. Aldridge, the pass to Parker, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
And when Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Davis is checked in for Randolph. James Ennis comes in for Parsons. Baldwin, who's checked in for Young. And it's Conley in for Prez. Now here's Mills. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. Lee left side. Shoots from the baseline. And they pick up 2. Lee's got his first basket of the night.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Conley dishes to Ennis. Back to Conley. And the pass to Baldwin. To the inside. Here's Wright. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The Tar Heel alumni Brandon Wright, you know, he's an efficient scorer inside. He has a great reputation as a dependable role player.
Here's Lee, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Spurs shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Martin's checked in for Wright.
One shot.
And that one falls for David Lee. We know Memphis is a hard town, one of the league's smallest markets, too. The second fewest television households in the NBA, Steve. Despite that, the Grizzlies have always enjoyed outstanding fan support.
They've done a tremendous job of connecting with this community. This team has an identity. Tough, blue-collar, and hard-working. And that's the identity of this town.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Anderson passes to Ginobili. Hit by Lee. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Latre. And Davis pulls it down. There's the feed to Martin. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable, but it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
Here's Baldwin. For three. And no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from a FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
That quarter was all about ball movement and shooting. Lights out opening action.
On for San Antonio here in the second. Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. David Lee is out there with Anderson. And it's Mills in at the point. Hey, Steve, when you think about team basketball and chemistry, the value of winning, what attributes make for a great teammate?
I think, first of all, unselfish. I think a guy just wants to do whatever it takes just to win. And it's not about his individual awards, and also a guy that wants to make you better.
What about the guy you don't like? What about the guy who's not a good teammate?
You know that guy is selfish, and that guy is always holding up with a lot of guys having these small conversations, talking about what's going wrong.
Well, what do you do about it?
You got to kind of weed those guys out. You got to have guys all on the same page. I think it's a team effort, but also it's the coach, general manager, and the leaders of the team to kind of weed him out.
Great perspective. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself. I love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy. And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, D.A. Thanks. Here's Mills. Grizzlies making the shot, and it's blocked. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Conley with a wide open look. The three-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Knocked away. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Sun is for Memphis. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Davis. Young comes in for James Ennis. And Prez is subbed in for Mike Conley. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Lee. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Anderson. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
He also, for a big guy, has a terrific touch from that range.
And going into last season, Smitty, the Grizzlies were the NBA's oldest team based on minutes played. Do you think it's time for a rebuild?
No, I don't. I just think when you look at this team, they need more shooting. Some young talent to blend in with their vets. That's all. Shooting, shooting, shooting.
Martin with the block. Prez dishes to Randolph. Pass to Prez. Inside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Parker is just so deceptive on the drive. He just knows how to force the issue down low. And after battling a hamstring injury a couple seasons ago, Tony Parker is stepping up his physical maintenance and preparation regimen. More stretching and warming up before games, more recovery work afterwards. He's doing what it takes to stay healthy.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, talking about Tony Parker, the current deal has him signed through 2018, once one of the fastest players in the league. Do you think he's lost a step?
He may have, but so much experience and veteran savvy, and he knows how to keep defenders off balance, which is key. I think he's taking a page from Jason Kidd as well, working on his three-pointer to try to age more gracefully on the offensive end. And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Spurs.
And they're among the top-ranked teams in the conference, in large part because of how well-rounded they are at the offensive end. In terms of their shot distribution, their points are coming from just about everywhere. And that's a key component for any elite offense.
And that one misses.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
And he's good on the second. And for the Spurs, their star players have all taken less, Greg, in free agency in order to stay in San Antonio.
Yes, burning bigger markets and bigger paychecks. It's a family atmosphere in the Spurs organization. It's rare to see a single player start and finish his career with one team, much less 3 teams.
Here's Young, following the score by Tony Parker. Prez. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Prez has got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
To the inside. Here's Tedman. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Tony Parker. Averaging 12 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Baldwin's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Baldwin. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. It's stolen by Green. Leonard on the wing, uncovered. The shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? No doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
They are just a powerhouse squad when their offense is rolling like that. It's scary how good they are when they are playing at that level.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game play. Now the dish to Prez. Aldridge against Parsons. Clock at 6. Here's Young. Got a hand on it. Parker outside. Now here is Aldridge. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Memphis out in front. They lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. We've talked about this, guys. We have to make Leonard earn it out there. He is really causing problems for us from the outside. Let's smother him and take away those easy looks. All right? No easy buckets. Now let's get out there and win this game.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. Brandon Wright with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Just awesome on-court awareness, knowing when to take it to the hole as well as dish it out. That's why he is such a crucial member to this team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, Prez, he's in at point guard. Chandler Parsons out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Brandon Wright, and it's Young in at the 2 spot. It's Parker with the drive, and good that time. Well, Steve, you won a sportsmanship award that is revered by so many in the NBA, and always a pretty significantly even-keeled disposition, always first class with the media, one of the best guys always in the league to talk to. We see other players like Kevin Garnett, Russell Westbrook, a little bit more fiery. What are the advantages to either approach?
It is. I mean, it's just preference. I was a guy who was kind of fiery, like a lot of talkative, but I think also just like those guys, we get a chance to know more about them off the court. They are good guys. You have different depositions on the floor than off. And I like Kevin Garnett, Russell Westbrook, totally different off the court.
Well, I know Garnett. He is as good a guy as there is.
He is. He's first class. Now on the court,
tough competitor.
He'll go at you.
He will.
Just like Russell.
Yes. And Zach Randolph drops them both.
Well, Zach Randolph has a throwback type of game. Always in the post, not a lot of athleticism, but he gets it done.
Now here's Parker. He's got 11. Inside. Stolen by Randolph. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's right, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Wright has such a high release that sometimes the defense has no shot of contesting his shot.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. James Ennis, he'll check in for Memphis. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David Lee checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Good on the second free throw. San Antonio trailing here. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. I'll get up and walk away. Because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, D8. That accountability goes a long way. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Davis is checked in for Wright. Troy Daniels comes in for Young. And it's Conley in for Prez. Here is Daniels. Davis kicks to Daniels. 6 to shoot. Here's Randolph. The Grizzlies with another miss. It's a close game here in Memphis. Ginobili the pass to Mills. Here's Lee. Some solid defense from Randolph.
That kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Davis against Gasol. Davis dishes to Conley. Mills with the steal. 3-on-3. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Passes it to Daniels. Ennis in the corner. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Puts up a 3. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Randolph. Conley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And you look at the Grizzlies organization, a change in ownership back in 2012, a shakeup in the front office in 2014. Steve, there's been more continuity on the court than off the floor.
Yeah, the head coaching position changed as well, despite the great job done. Hopefully they can sustain that foundation.
And Davis sends it back. Feeds to Daniels. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes are gone. Here's Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And now a 5-point Grizzly lead. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Spurs have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That free throw, no good. Some changes for Memphis. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Davis. And Baldwin subbed in for Daniels. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. So we can't get either to fall. Memphis leading by 5. And Parsons kicks to Conley. And out of bounds seconds as San Antonio gains possession.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Zach Randolph. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Lee, and Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Now here's Ginobili. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Parker inside, covered by Conley. Parker right side. 17-foot shot on the way. That one, he's made 5 and missed 3 now. This is to Conley. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Parker with another miss.
Mix up defensively, left him wide open from mid-range. That's a shot he needs to hit.
Conley kicks to Parsons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Parsons got his second basket of the night. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Memphis out in front as they end the third quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Activity, activity. We've had some great shots and they're not dropping. That's okay. They're going to go in or they're not.
They wanted to keep the energy level high. I can understand that. Greg Popovich not worried about the missed shots.
As long as guys are giving it their all, coach feels they're doing what's in their control to be successful.
And the final period of play just about to start. On the court for San Antonio. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Deadman in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Parker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for Tony Parker.
Yeah, and really, Parker is scoring the ball extremely well right now. Hard to slow him down when he's this high.
Parsons outside. Teardrop shot. Rebound San Antonio.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one.
Here's Deadman. Spurs working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Aldridge kicks to Parker. Fires from the wing. And it's Parker again missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D Alice position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Baldwin. He kicks to Prez. And the officials call a traveling violation.
You know, as this game has gone along, his concentration has deteriorated. They've lost way too many possessions from him turning the ball over.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Randolph is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Offensive rebound, Aldridge. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
And Aldridge no good on that one. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against Denver. Randolph kicks to Young. Gasol with the steal. Here's Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And Young kicks to Prez. Shoots it. And he nails that one right through the net.
That's a shot Prez makes routinely, simply taking his time and bearing a high percentage J.
It's stolen by Prez. He dishes it to Wright, and the dunk by Wright.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
San Antonio with the ball. Grizzlies making the shot. Aldridge, the pass to Mills. 6 to shoot. San Antonio again missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Prez dishes to Wright. Down low. It's deflected. Randolph. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Close to the hoop, Zach Randolph wreaks havoc. The defense has to do a better job to prevent him from getting that close.
Aldridge misses.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy. But the defender got away with it.
And Wright kicks to Young. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a...
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they would.
Him at all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Here's Leonard. And here's Mills. Outside Aldridge. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where he was.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Aldridge against Randolph. Gasol with the steal. Green inside the three-point line. Here's Aldridge. Great tee that time from Prez.
Blown opportunity right there. Point blank lay in. Come on now.
Young outside. He feeds it to Prez. Unloads from 13. And another basket for Memphis.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Grizzlies.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Randolph.
This may sound like an overstatement, but it's really not. He controlled this game with his rebounding. This has turned into a runaway largely because of the work he did on the glass.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Davis is checked in for Wright. Jarrell Martin comes in for Zach Randolph. And Levins is subbed in for Parsons. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here are the Grizzlies with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
You like to have these type of wins every now and then. Just a comfortable win.
Here's Mills following the score by Memphis. This all no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella's lurking around.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Parker outside. It doesn't go for him. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. Prez, no good. Parker kicks to Dedmon. Here's Ginobili. Again, the miss by the Spurs. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next